Hello everyone, and welcome to my Duel Today official news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. A preview of Days of Our Lives for the week of January 1 to 5 shows how many people had a disastrous New Year's celebration. See the trailer and read the story below. Some couples celebrate the New Year together in Salem. Kissing each other Happy New Year are John and Marlena, EJ and Nicole, and Alex and Theresa. For others, however, things don't go as planned. Paulina receives an apology from AB for last night. What took place the night before? And is it related in any way to Pauline's recently discovered hypothyroidism? Happier news. Channel questions why she feels so anxious as she is ready to make love to Johnny. He assures her that he doesn't need to feel anxious in his presence. Holly got ready for her date with Tate before the huge New Year's celebration. But she had packed a cache of drugs with her. And if lace cocaine was a component of Clyde's shipments, Stefan and Ava were concerned about the two teenagers who overdosed on it. Tate declined to consume drugs after Holly showed him the tablets she had brought, citing his parents' addictions as reasons. She said that everyone was taking ADHD meds, and that was all. Tate leaves the party he and Holly are attending around midnight in an attempt to find her, only to find her unconscious in the rear alley. As Tate approaches Holly, who is gagging for air, a police officer naturally appears. Rafe informs Nicole over the phone that Holly overdosed on drugs. Nicole sobs to EJ in bed, telling him they must go to the hospital. Harris interrogates Ava and her date, Stefan, in the meantime. "We don't even know if she's going to pull through," he says to them. Ava is obviously shook. Brady approaches Tate in the alley and says, "Son, tell me what happened." Tate pulls out a bag, and the policeman tells him to give it up. Will Tate take the fall or come clean about Holly and the pills? According to spoilers for the upcoming 2 weeks of Days of Our Lives, January 1, January 12, Holly Jonas overdose will put a lot of people in danger. Tate Black is going to have a questioning session on the drug bag he found at the site during the week of January 1 to 5. EJ DeMuro will begin leveling charges as soon as he learns of Holly's trauma. Tate will maintain that Holly gave him the pills earlier, but he turned them down. Holly got herself into this situation since she went off on her own and took some of the drugs nevertheless. Unfortunately, EG won't buy it, much more than Rafe Hernandez won't buy Brady Black's claim that the drug bag was his personal stash. It will be clear that Brady is working quickly to get Tate out of this pickle. While Theresa Donovan will likely advise Tate to let Brady handle this, Tate will not allow his father to leave for Statesville. Tate, regrettably, will go there in its place. Brady will be placed in handcuffs and have his bail eventually revoked after Tate declares he won't allow Brady to face the charges. By stating that Tate will face an adult trial, EJ will also prevent Tate from ending up in a juvenile jail institution. According to Duel previews, Theresa and Brady will have to comfort Tate despite their own mounting anxieties, since he will be scared once he learns he is headed to prison. Speaking of mounting worries, Nicole DeMira's anxiety at Holly's dire situation will make it difficult for her to function. Nicole will be holding out hope for Holly's recovery, even though she is unconscious and on a ventilator and doesn't know what to do if she loses her only daughter. Ava Vitali and Stefan DeMira, on the other hand, will pretend to be innocent before Harris Michaels before having to comply with Clyde Weston's risky orders. Now that Holly is struggling for her life, EJ is going to corner Stefan and give him a hard time. EJ seems to believe that the narcotics originated from Clyde's drug-laced stash, and as a result, he will hold Stefan partially accountable. According to Days spoilers, Everett Lynch will listen in on Stefan and EJ's dispute, which might lead to some significant information, or at the very least hints, about Stefan and Ava's involvement with Clyde. When Trick Johnson inquires as to whether Ava is involved in a drug enterprise, he will put her on the spot. Will Ava give in to her feelings for Clyde, or will she continue to try to hide the truth? In any case, Wendy Shin, Victoria Grace, who will very certainly be packed and prepared to depart to China, will receive some unsettling news from Trip. Trip would presumably clarify that he must stay because of all that is going on with Ava and this Holly scenario. That will compel Wendy to choose between moving back to Hong Kong by herself and staying there with Trip out of love. After a seductive night together, Johnny Dinmira and Chanel Dupree will feel like the happiest people in the world at the Dinmira house. Paulina Price and Abe Carver won't feel the same way because of Abe's performance issues in the bedroom. According to teasers for other days, Chad Dinmira and Julie Williams will talk candidly to one another about their past setbacks and how those experiences may affect their future. Conversely, Sloane Peterson Brady will find it difficult to conceal the amount of debt Leo Stark is accruing and will take all necessary steps to rein in his uncontrollably extravagant purchasing habits. Sander Cook will recommend that Sarah Horton come in and live there full-time because they made such a great team with Victoria Horton Cook on New Year's Eve. Sarah will find it appealing to wake up next to Xander if their romance continues to blossom, just as much as she will find it appealing to wake up with Victoria every morning. Day's teasers indicate that there will be a grandmother and grandchild reunion during the week of January 8 to 12. However, the conditions of the reunion might not be ideal. Maggie Kyriakis will undoubtedly pay Holly a visit eventually, but John Black may also pay Tate a visit in prison to show his continued support. It appears that Brady will not be able to see Rachel Black since he will be too preoccupied with Tate's legal problems. Kristen Dinmira will undoubtedly be harsh about it and imply that Brady won't have another opportunity if he can't find time for Rachel right now. It appears like Everett and Jada Hunter will manage to keep their distance from one another in the interim, which is no small feat in a place like Salem where unexpected meetings are commonplace. Finally, someone will presumably remain silent regarding old history, Konstantin Milianis. Looking into John's eyes, Konstantin knew who he was, but he didn't want to reveal too much and give away the upper hand. According to spoilers for Days of Our Lives, Konstantin is aware of some startling information regarding John's tenure as the pawn, but he will keep his secrets until he can make the most of them. According to teasers for Days of Our Lives, Gabby Hernandez de Mera, who was formerly portrayed by Camila Banez, may have to start over in a number of ways. Fans of DOOL are aware that despite Gabby's insistence to the contrary, she was imprisoned for confronting Li Xin. Gabby now has a shattered leg while incarcerated as a result of Clyde Weston's warning for Stephen Demira. It's obvious that Gabby's suffering has only gotten worse due to the situation Stephen has gotten himself into. Nevertheless, it will not be long until Gabby hears about this. It's possible that Clyde Weston may receive updates and use this information to harm Stephen by telling his wife about the shocking adultery. Thanks for watching if you like this video. So please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.